Hello guys. So in this video, let's understand about requirement traceability matrix, and later we will also understand about end-to-end testing. Okay. So very first time, let's have a look on this requirement traceability matrix. Okay. So requirement traceability matrix. So the other name of the requirement traceability matrix is like a cross reference matrix, CRM or RTM, both are same. Okay, requirement traceability matrix, and the other name of this is CRM. What is CRM? Cross reference matrix. What is this actually? What is requirement traceability matrix? What is CRM? So here we'll understand from the name itself, that is requirement traceability matrix. Requirement traceability matrix. So here you have to know the requirements. Okay, so for the requirements you have to write the test cases that we already discussed in previous classes or in previous videos. So the requirement should be traced out with the test cases, and the test cases will be traced out with the requirements. So there will be the different matrices will be there again: forward traceability matrix, backward traceability matrix, and the bidirectional traceability matrix. Okay, so and all are these. Okay, all are these are documents only. These are some documents, very important and necessary document in the project development, a part of the testing. Of course, testing is an integral part in the development of a project or the product. So in that, as a test engineer, you have to know about the RTM, and this is very important document. Okay, so in this document, what are the things we have to do means, we have to map the requirements with the test cases. Mapping the requirements with the test cases, that is forward traceability. And backward traceability is also called as a reverse traceability matrix. So here what we have to do means, requirements test cases should be mapping means forward. So if we do maps the test cases with the requirement, that is a backward traceability matrix. So here in the forward traceability matrix, so we have to check all the requirements are covered. All the requirements are making a part of the testing or not. Is everything is included in the writing of the testing or not? Okay, and the backward traceability matrix means, so are we writing the test cases for the requirements only, or are we expanding any requirements which is not there in the document also? Are we expanding? So these things should not be done. We have to go within the track of the requirements only. We should not expand the work without or out of the track. Okay, so that will be validated in the backward traceability matrix. So the mapping of the requirements and the test cases, and test cases with the requirements, that together is called the bidirectional traceability matrix. I'll show you the document, the sample document for this RTM or the CRM. So I'll show you here. So this is the way, as a test engineer, you have to do write the RTM, or you have to do prepare the RTM document. So here will be different models. Okay, so like URL validation, this is one requirement. Login validation, this is one requirement. Create user, register, and log out. Other different test cases or different models are there here. Okay, so here for these requirements, we have to do write the test cases. Okay, for this requirement, we have to do write the test cases. It will contain the requirements column, requirement description, okay, test cases, and the status of it. Status of the test cases. How many test cases and how many requirements are there that you have to do? Note down first. Actually, as a test engineer, our responsibility is which user story or which task is assigned to you. Okay, which task is assigned to you, that only you will do perform, right? Okay, so as an individual test engineer, like for T1, so another task is assigned for the T2, another task is assigned for the T3 testers. Okay, as a T1, as a test engineer 1, you have to do prepare the RTM for your assigned task. Okay, for example, you have assigned with the URL validation and the login requirement. Okay, for that you have to do right. What are the different test cases I can do right under low level requirements or low level understanding of the requirements? You have to do right. How many different ways of the test scenarios I can write for that particular requirement, and for that under that test scenario, how many test cases we can just write. So here we can also, if you want, I can we can also add the column, so test scenarios also. Okay, so for this login, you are for this login, the test scenarios you can also write like a valid login, invalid login. Again, in the invalid login, you can do write certain test cases. In the valid login, again, you can do write the certain test cases. That is also you can do add. Okay, as per that, you have to do prepare the individual RTMs. Okay, and every RTM will be collected in from every each tester, and a complete okay, a complete RTM will be prepared here by the test lead. Okay, by the test lead. So this document will help us how many requirements we have in the project or the product to test, and those every requirement should be a part of the testing. Okay, so a part of by writing the test scenarios, you do write the test cases. So once you do write, how many you executed in the each requirement, and how many got pass, how many got fail. Okay, how many are no unexecuted or no run. Okay, how many got pass and how many are executed. And these the things you will come to know by looking into this document. Okay, so this is the way this RTM will be prepared. This is a document. RTM is nothing but a document which will traces or maps the requirements with the test cases. Okay, maps the requirements with the test cases. This is a forward traceability matrix, and mapping the test cases with the requirements, this is a backward traceability matrix. First we have to do write this, and later you have to execute, and you will come to know how many got pass and how many got fail. Okay, so these will help us is every requirement is made a part of the testing. So by writing the test cases, and by backward traceability matrix, that are we writing the test cases for the requirements, or any requirement got missed, or any requirement got updated, any requirement got deleted with the deprecation of the requirement changes by the client. So everything needs to be updated and needs to be mapped and verified like this. Okay, so and the advantages of requirement traceability matrix, let's have a look. So what are the advantages we are having here? Okay, so very first time, the best coverage of the testing we can make sure by the requirement traceability matrix. Okay, by this document you will come to know, and you can make sure that the test coverage is happened or not. The 100% test coverage by the making of every requirement to a part of the writing the test cases is covered or not. And any gaps. Okay, so if any requirement is already there in the document, but you are not written the test case. Okay, so that's why you will come to know any document, or sorry, any requirement got missed, that you can do update in the RTM by reviewing the process with the RTM document. Okay, and later, so execution status also you can see for the every requirement for this, for the respective requirement, how many test cases are written, and how many got executed as a pass or fail or unexecuted. These things also you can come to know by using this requirement traceability matrix. So these are the advantages of the RTM document. Okay.